good evening, good afternoon, good night and good morning. Yeah. It's going to be different every week.
We're going to introduce him as Stone Cold Steve Austin now from the Attitude Era of WWE. The legend.
Stone Cold Steve. Dave Austin.
Who's Dave?
Robb Dee. Dave Austin.
Yeah, I missed that, didn't I?
Virgin.
You're a virgin?
Cup. It's a virgin cup.
It's a virgin cup. I don't know whether the ladies and gentlemen of the podcast can hear my jaw. Can you hear that?
I can hear it.
So I do apologise. My jaw's out of sync today, which is very hard when you're a singer.
It's because she keeps fucking using it, that's why.
Because they keep trying to get my throat better.
I don't know how I agreed to this, because how the hell am I going to get a fucking word in edgeways here?
I'm sure I said to you in Glaston Selfie about sperm being good for your throat. I'm sure I said it to you before, Rob. We were having a conversation. I said, oh, sperm's good for your throat. And you were like,
yeah.
I'm okay. I'll pass.
It hasn't done anything for me anyway.
No, it hasn't worked.
No.
It's obviously not using the right sperm. Not your own sperm, Rob.
Oh, class, fair play.
Right, this is the level we're going to get started.
Yes. Welcome, everyone, to our 4th edition, our second guest appearance of Acting a Podcast. We have the legend that is, and the original, Sir Tom Jones.
Yeah.
The other one is just an imitator.
Oh, see, because obviously I do Tina and Pauline does Tina. She does Tina, Freddie and Shirley.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there. I love her, Shirley.
Yeah, I've worked with Pauline.
I love her though. She's such a wonderful.
I've seen her swim in costumes. I haven't seen her Shirley yet.
Oh,
You haven't seen her, Shirley.
do you know, if I couldn't, like, I tag her in posts and stuff, even if, you know, because we do the same tribute to Tina. But you know what? I got a lot of time for Pauline. I think she's really sweet woman. She's a lovely woman.
Worked with her many times, and she's a great act. And
she is. You're never not entertained.
No, you're true there. You're not.
We'd have to. Oh, we should get Pauline on. I'm up for that.
Yeah. And Clive.
Plus we'll do a
Pauline
Saint.
and Clive.
Plus we'll do a Saint David's Day special, and we'll have Sir Tom Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might try and see if the other one's in the country. Tom Jones tribute, the one I went to go and see in Cardiff Castle.
Oh, the actual Tom Jones.
No, he's the actual Tom Jones.
Oh, right, yes, okay. Oh, that faker who's on, like, The Voice and stuff.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
I love Big D.
But
You've heard a lot about me, obviously.
The myth, the man, the legend.
Wow.
She loves a big guy as well, but I told her I'm just beard and belly, so I'm no use to her.
Well, I have to say I'm beard and willy.
You really?
Oh yeah, beard, belly and willy.
Oh. All right, Rob, don't show me up now, is it?
I think we need proof. Can we have it, like, we'll have to pixelate it out on
yeah, should we? We'll just put a big old machine in front of it. Yeah, exactly.
You haven't got a big enough
pixelator.
I'll be honest, I think I can see the end of it, just the other side of the tripod down by there.
We had to lift the legs of the table up a bit to get Robb Dee's D in.
Well, you know Sir Tom Jones, the actual real Sir Tom Jones, if you go to any of his concerts, you put your eyes down to the genital level, okay, and you'll see it. It's absolutely like that. It's massive.
That's how we can sing.
I thought
so well,
that was him. Yeah, I've never actually seen his face because I never get that eye.
I've seen Tom twice. I went, but I was young because I've been a fan since I was little, and I think I was about 8, maybe the first time I went to see him. So, and believe it or not, dicks were not the forefront of my mind when I was 8.
Now she's 40 in a day.
Yeah, no.
That is all I think about it. Dick.
Paulie.
It says Dick. I think about it. Do you know what my Paulie says to me? He goes, "Oh my God, you are insatiable." And I had to Google it, and I was like, "Yeah."
True story.
I thought it was a slur, but yeah, I am. I don't know.
Anyway. Let's get off the sex.
The reason why we're here, we'll just edit out the first 40 minutes of filth. I'm only joking, kid.
Keep it in, just clip it down a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, right, I wrote down questions.
Oh no.
In all fairness, she having this a fucking word search. She's trying to make it look like she's all professional.
The first question was, Robert Dee.
Yes.
Have you ever had your dick weighed? That's not actually on my list. Sorry. I forget that those all kids. Who's not
Yeah,
dead?
sorry.
Yeah, guys, just for you to know, we are actually at Merthyr Football Club, who are proudly sponsored. Well, I say proudly.
They haven't even got the bar open.
They
We
won't be
told
after
them,
this.
yeah, I told them if we can use the hall, we'll put you as a sponsor, but
Yeah.
I might have to run it by Wayne because they're a credible club now, and I think we might have just fucked that up for them. So
Yeah, this is why I said I'm not going to swear, because it could have a detrimental effect of where we go and what we do in future.
well, yeah, it looks like we back in Llanelli from
Looks
now
like
on.
we're back in the unit with all the shit and rats.
It's all good though. But it's an absolute pleasure to have Rob. For those of you who don't know, we mentioned about it on I think it was the first podcast about having ACT promotions.
Yeah.
When we had ACT promotions, Rob was officially the first person we ACT to join with us.
Yes.
He was the first person who we got bookings for.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think
And
me and
he's-
Katie, I speak for Katie and myself, that if no one else said they wanted to be a part of ACT promotions, we didn't really care too much because we had Rob. That
All
was
right,
pretty
boys.
much in a
You
nutshell.
okay? There's people looking at us through the window. Could tell with them, Merthyr. They don't know all about this electric and ring lights and stuff. Oh my God, they're using proper electric. I can't say. I was born in Merthyr. I can say that.
Me and Rob put a 5 diesel in that generator, so you need to speed it up, Katie.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you were the first. And I remember when we were discussing having sort of acts on, we both agreed straight away that Mr. Robert Dee was going to be...
Have you both been talking just before this went on air?
No.
To
Why?
make sure you collaborated
No,
with each
no,
No,
we don't
no,
have to
no, no,
corroborate each other's stories.
Well, that's
The only thing me and Mark agree on is how much we love you.
Yes,
that's
very
good.
true.
That's very good.
We loved our selfie in Glaston selfie. Yes, our
Uh-huh.
picture with you.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
well, you see my bollocks in the dressing room. We're going back to it again. Sorry,
I didn't. I just got to introduce him onto the stage. There was
I
no.
she didn't really. She
I
didn't.
did. But I also got to see Meatloaf's bollocks.
I
So
thought
did
you
I.
got to see his meatloaf.
I got to see his Meatloaf. No, I'm only joking, Sean. I didn't see bollocks.
Well, I have to say, I'm very, very proud to be part of ACT Promotions.
Yeah.
And,
we loved it.
you
We love
know.
having you. And we'll still always get you stuff.
Yeah, and
Even if it's a
so
cup.
busy.
yes, look what I got.
Cup
look what I
and a
got.
Welsh cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you do when you got Sir Tom Jones on acting a podcast, you get him Welsh cakes, don't you?
Of
Feel
course.
free to open them if you want to, man. They're not just there for show, Rob, right?
No,
Oh, I know, but
I-
they're awfully dry.
I'm
you know?
yeah.
Trying to have a conversation with the mouthful of dry Welsh cake. It's
Right, I will try one. They look rather moist.
Try one because I won't because I'm on a Slim World diet at the moment.
And I am,
this
but I've
is
had
one.
nothing to eat today, so this will be.
But we've had these conversations before as well about weight and gigs
Yeah.
and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
just hard work, innit?
Yeah. Image is a lot of problems in entertainment at the moment regarding image all the time, and
We won't promote them.
and and the image around show business is you've got to be thin, you've got to be this, you've got to be that. Yeah, it really puts a
I
lot.
mind, I think it's steering away from that lately because you've got the likes of Meghan Trainor, who's a
Yeah.
big girl, Lizzo.
Yeah.
I mean, if all else fails with the Tom Jones tribute, Rob, you could
Don't
always go
say
into...
it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Well, you could, like, I mean, Pauline does Freddie Mercury. I can't see why you couldn't do Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Yeah. In a minute, I'm gonna need a cinnamon, a man to put me up.
I'm gonna really.
Can we
really-
get the lyrics to your Rob? We might at the end of this, if we've got time, because we've been like 3 hours on this podcast already. It's flown by mine, but if we can perhaps try and get Rob to do a line, and we can put that at the end. Not a
We're
line.
not endorsing cocaine by now, are we? Robbie off his tits in Merthyr Football Club.
Unfortunately, people, being 64. Well, actually, I'm 64 next week. Week after. Yeah, when I'm 64.
When
Yeah.
I'm
I haven't got a fucking clue Lizzo is.
Yeah, no, I know, I won't. But I've got young kids, see, who like... My daughter, Etta, who's 4, had a really... It was bad because... And I don't know how she heard it, but she was really into Cardi B's song Up. And it's
Okay.
like, there's lyrics in there, and it's something like, if he had a train, I would run them like a train. If he had a twin, I would run them like a train. And I had to sort of stop her from trying to ask to listen to that because she was 3 at the time. I know. And they banned Delilah, mind.
They have banned it, but every show, just to put it out there, every show that I do, Delilah is definitely in. Yeah. Okay, Delilah is definitely in. Same as Tom. Tom done it at Cardiff Castle.
Yeah,
and said,
that was awesome. That was.
Yeah, and he said no Welsh Rugby Union are going to stop him. So if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me.
Exactly.
I'll second that.
And I've never sung it, so but I support your choices.
Yeah.
I'm pro Delilah.
Yeah.
But so Rob, now you're saying you're 64 years young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How long have you been singing?
I've been singing
Like,
since
not Tom, like singing
since 1971ish.
No
Yeah,
way.
1971, and it all started on the back of a bus.
Really?
Yeah. On my way to school, all the girls would want me at the back of the bus. I told you for my big balls and things.
Yeah.
And but they always used to ask me to sing. And the thing, believe it or not, because the Elvis Festival has just finished.
Yes.
The song they always wanted me to sing was "The Girl of My Best Friend." Believe it or not. So yeah, that's how it all started. And then from there. I'm sure you know my family are singers.
Yeah.
So my uncle was Cy Benson. Is still Cy Benson. And he started off. I think he had a band called Pure Flame, or Joey and Eastwoods, or something like that. And I joined them, and that's how it started. From then on, I went into bands, and then a couple of. Let's get some name dropping here. A couple of TV shows with Bradley Walsh, Jason Manford, Peter Andre.
I'm a celebrity.
Yeah, Paddy McGuinness. Yeah, Owen Money. Hey, there you go. See.
And then acting a podcast.
Yeah. This is your favourite.
I don't really see how far you can go any further than this.
Yeah,
now, Rob.
I know. I'm peaking. I got to admit.
MBE next.
So that's one hell of a career, mine. What would you say is probably the best? It's like everyone knows what my best thing was. That was a couple of weeks ago. But in terms of, you've probably done some phenomenal things.
Yeah.
What is the one thing which you can say?
Standout
I don't think
moment.
anything will ever top that.
There's not one
I
actual
bet you've got
thing.
a few, mind.
Yeah, I done the Motor Point Arena
Wow.
and I done my dressing room was dressing room number 1, which was Tom Jones's dressing room, to 2,500 people. I've done that, and probably to be honest, the television things, because obviously TV is all nice and TV-ish type of thing, and it gets you publicity. Sometimes not the best publicity, but it does.
Publicity is publicity.
No, you're right there.
And
Yeah.
I'd like to think we're going to fill
Publicity
your
is good.
diary up until 2029 after this podcast, Rob.
Bloody right. There's one hell of a lot of fantastic, and I really mean this. There's a lot of fantastic Tom Jones in the country, and outside of the country. That I'm very good friends with.
Oh, I thought you meant his children. Then I was going to say, there could be. You never know.
But I'd like to think that I'm one of the better ones. That's what I'll put it.
We know. I just think it's your attitude, your worth ethic.
Work ethic.
I couldn't say that then, did I? Work ethic. It's because I have none. That's why I can't say it.
I think for me, with Rob, and where I took an instant liking to Rob, because I've probably... Was the Caldecott gig that I came to see before lockdown? It was, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
I saw a post on Facebook where Rob had commented to say he was in, I can't remember the name of the venue, in Caldecott. And I said to Sandra, I said, do you fancy going to watch a Tom Jones tribute tonight? I said, I've never seen him, never met him in person, could be brilliant. And we drove, it was like a 2-hour round trip, and absolutely... Well done.
I
only went half hour down to fucking Cardiff to watch the real Tom Jones, for fuck's sake. It made more of an effort to go and watch this legend. And we went to watch him, and I was just absolutely blown away. But the thing which has always stood out for me personally with Rob is there's always, years ago, there was always a tier system where you'd have pub club singers. Yeah. Then there was tributes who were always sort of top of the tree. Mm-hmm. But I've always got the feeling from Rob where there is no hierarchy. It doesn't matter what you do, even if you just carry in the gear for someone, he'll always speak to you. He's always that respect to everyone on it. No, there is. There's always that respect to anyone on any level within the industry, whether you're new. It's like I was saying to Rob before we started. I've only been doing this less than 7 years.
I didn't
And
know
it's,
that.
and it's like
Shocked me.
the fact that I've known you since before lockdown, and I was still a relative sort of young pup. I think I'd only just sort of ditched the agents at that time and sort of gone it alone. And for me, it was like, wow, this tribute who's absolutely phenomenal is happy to spend his time and engage and talk and sort of give me advice.
I know.
And to me, that's what I love about you. Obviously,
He's
the
so-
voice and that as well. You've got time for everyone to progress.
Yeah, and I think, I don't even know. I know I've known you a long time, but I can't even remember how I even know you. But I remember we did the news thing, didn't we, before? When the COVID, I seen you up there, didn't I, with Dave Riley?
Yes.
Remember on the news when you were there? Like, we did,
we did that.
But I've known you. I've known
Probably
you.
virtually
known
since
you a
you've been
long-
doing it, believe it
Yeah,
or
but
not.
I've known you a lot. But I'm like, do you know when you just know someone, you know you've got so much time for someone.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But I was probably drinking a lot back then when I knew it. Like, blur, it's blurry.
Before we come on, she said, you smell nice. She didn't realise I'd just farted, man.
Oh, that's why I like the smell. It's familiar because I'm used to smelling bullshit all the time.
It makes a change from semen, I suppose, doesn't it?
Here we go, and we're back.
Don't take much.
What you say about having time for people, I always say, and in fact, I think one of the things that was taught to me when I was starting out as a singer is always be nice. And I'm sure your dad might have even said that to me at one time when I've been working with him when I was a lot younger. Where you say, always be nice to people, whatever level you're at.
Yeah.
Because when you're coming down them levels, you're going to still meet them same people. So I've always had the thing of, look, be nice to people.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like my biggest sort of problem has always been social media. Social media is probably, as we established with Amy's podcast, I'm one of these people where I'll just say, please or offend. If I'm going to say something and people are going to sort of attack me for my opinion, then obviously I'm going to stick by you.
Yeah.
But what I love about you as well, Rob, is that you've obviously got your own opinion, but you sometimes, or you've mastered, should we say, the art of not saying what you really want to say and give the professional diplomatic sort of
Diplodocus.
reason to what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you instantly gain that respect from everyone as well, because the way you conduct yourself, whether it be on a stage, on social media, when you walk into this room, just everywhere, you're Robb Dee, and to me that's like a massive thing.
well, I always say that if you haven't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. So if there's not like this one. No, if you,
I get told that a lot as well, but it just I can't seem to grasp it. I always get it confused, like, if you've got something really horrible to say,
Say it.
just say it.
Yeah. I may say it, but it'll always be in private. It'll always.
Yeah.
So if I got a really big opinion about something and someone's really bugged me, then I'll say it in private to them. There's certain artists that have really sort of, well, not slagged me off, but really sort of said things, and I've said.
Does it bother you in a way where you're like, oh my God, they don't like me, blah blah blah, or does it bother you in a way where you think, shut the fuck up, we do the same job?
Always.
Blah, blah. Do you know what I mean?
Unfortunately, I'm quite sensitive, believe it or not.
I know you are. I know.
And yeah, it would be hard not to bother
He's
me.
like that though. Do you know what? And I'm saying this live on the podcast.
Yeah, it is. It's all a facade, isn't it? It is.
But
It's
Mark,
like
he things get to you
Yeah,
sometimes.
it does.
You
It
know?
does.
And I think sometimes in this industry you've got to have a thick skin. I'm very much, but I've always been sort of, you don't like me? I really don't fucking care.
Yeah.
But I think you do.
But I don't. I used to pretend. When I was younger,
Yeah.
I used to pretend like I didn't care, but it would bother me. But you know now, I'm sort of like, not that, no, you don't like me, fuck you, I don't care. I'm like, well, whatever, we don't have to sort of converse and be that way.
No.
You don't like me, you don't really know me, because what people see with me, that's not really me. Because Amy was quite shocked that says that I'm nice. And I'm like, shh. I always say to people, shh, don't tell people I'm nice.
You'll ruin it.
Yes, don't tell people I'm actually a nice person, because...
Well, everyone, and I'm not just saying this because we're on the podcast, every single person I speak to, whenever your name is mentioned, it's always very, very positive. It's always...
You fucking speak to Mark.
She's great. Well, that's who told me.
That's what I mean.
Rob, if you speak to any fucker, don't mention my name, for fuck's sake.
Really?
No, honestly, when your name is mentioned, it's always... I was at a retirement doing the last...
Yes, these always old people. And when
No, it was the singer. It was Katie Butters. Katie Butters.
Yeah, but she doesn't count, because she's like one of my really good friends.
Oh, is she?
So she doesn't
I don't
count.
know,
But she does count. No, I love Katie. Yeah.
But there's loads of people that the second you mention your name, it's always, oh, she's great.
Thanks to her, though.
Yeah.
Thanks both.
You're welcome.
Katie and Mark.
And you say about, oh, I'm this and I'm great at this and a good at, you know what? I'm 64, like I said, coming up now, but I'm still not the finished article.
Yeah.
Still not.
I don't think you ever are, though, are you?
I remember someone saying to me before, right, a singer, and saying to me they were having issues with something, or I can't remember what the conversation was, right? And we were chatting back and forth, and they said something to me like, oh yeah, but it was about getting gigs, or if someone had posted and you want to go for it, and they said to me, yeah, but I bet you always get the gigs, or you're always told, yes, we'll have you. I'm like, am I fuck? Yeah. Am I fuck? And I'm not everyone's cup of tea vocally.
Yeah.
You know, and I say this all the time to you as well. What I like, you may not like, and I'm not everyone's cup of tea vocally. And I'm not every sort of venues kind of thing. And I've been told no loads of times. And it keeps you sort of, right, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's
I think
fine.
the biggest thing
Keeps
with
you
that
grounded.
is that people do need to realise as well that the ones who do get the gigs, it's like you do very well with your Tom Jones bookings.
Yeah.
It's not a given. It's just something that you've had to work.
Really work.
Graft.
It's like how many miles would you say you've probably covered in your career, Rob?
Oh, crikey, Moses.
Are you like the Proclaimers?
You've probably done more since you were Tom Jones.
Oh, definitely.
Than you ever did, because the opportunity and the hard work that, you know, you and name spread further afield where you get to have. So it's not a case of we want a Tom Jones, you know, oh, we'll just have this one. It's the work and the graft that's gone into it, which has spread you a name outside of Wales to all these great venues, sort of England, Scotland, do you know what I mean? All those different places as well.
You don't just do Wales, do you?
No. Next week I'm in just outside Sunderland, and then Oldham in Manchester. That's
north of the country, you know, it's Scotland territory, near enough.
Yeah.
But like for the people who don't know, how long? Because obviously you've been singing since a long time.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing Tom?
Since 2011, that was again because of a TV show. Really.
Wow,
basically.
I thought you'd been doing it for like.
That was my. I knew it hadn't. Like, but that was my next question. How long and how did
you get into
start?
it? Like, yeah.
I say this on stage. I say it on stage quite a lot regarding how I got into Tom Jones. I was on a TV show on ITV in 2011 with presenter being Bradley Walsh, and I was doing you know what? I've worked with him.
But he's a lovely
twice.
guy.
Yeah, I worked with him when he was non-famous.
Yeah.
And then again, obviously on the TV show.
Because Keith David was telling me about Bradley, but he's such. I love
nice.
Bradley.
He is a nice guy. And during the show, I was singing Stevie Wonder's Superstition as a rehearsal.
Yeah.
And then.
And you didn't think about becoming a Stevie Wonder tribute?
I would love that. I love Stevie Wonder. I think I'd have a problem there, but with the image.
If I can do
but if you close your eyes, then.
Yeah, just say,
close your eyes and smile.
But then you turn up to a gig and they go, but I thought you were Stevie Wonder, and say, well, I don't know what I look like.
See, when I do that, I just look like Shrek.
No, you can stay. Right, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so then during that, Bradley Walsh turned around and said, no, we got to change. You got to change your song choice. someone in the production team wants to change your song choice. I say, okay, he's going to come down and have a word with you, blah, blah, blah. Who comes down was Sir Tom Jones.
What?
Yeah, Sir Tom Jones.
And he looked at you
Wow.
and went, mate,
You fat
I want
fucker."
you to do me. I never wanted anyone to do me more than I want you to do me.
No, he was very nice to
He
be
didn't
fair.
even see your face. He literally saw the bollock area and he was like, Tom Jones.
Were you a
him.
Tom fan? No, it doesn't have to be.
Not
A
particularly.
controversial-
Not particularly, if I'm really honest.
Are
not
you now,
particularly.
though? Are you?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Admire him. Anyone, even if you don't like his voice, even if you don't like him, at 83 years of age, you've got to admire the
I
guy.
still would literally let him relieve my bad throat.
Never.
100%.
No, remember, this is the real Tom.
Here we are, Rob. Rob's only got another 19 years left.
Rob, thank you. Sounding a little bit hoarse there, KJ. Sounded like you need a little bit of lubrication.
A little bit of red
So
rum.
that's how it started.
love
He turned around and said, sing one of my songs, which I did, obviously, in the end.
It's a good job
on
you
the
knew
live
one.
show.
But you can't be a Welsh male
No,
singer
no.
and not do...
Yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
he could have fucked up and started belting like Working Man or something. You know, David Alexander one.
Oh, yeah.
The worst thing about doing the tribute to Sir Tom is the absolute amount of knickers you get thrown at you.
Oh, you had some on Glass and Selfie as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Someone was throwing
Sorry.
knickers at you. But I was going to bring knickers with me, see, and I was saying
Yeah.
to the boys on the phone earlier, I was going to bring a big pair of knickers to just go throw, and then he shouted, just throw the ones you got on.
But she's
and
turned
I was
them inside out 4 times already, so they're no use to no one now.
And I'll tell you a little story now.
Do
quickly.
they do genuinely
Throw knickers.
at
Yeah.
him.
I will tell you. Well, there's a couple of stories I could tell, but I'll tell this one. I done a show in a theatre in Leicester a long time ago as Tom, and I was actually in the foyer when there was 6 girls actually in the foyer before I walked in. They were getting tickets for the night. And of all things, they were sat right in the front, or they were picking up their ticket, should I say. And they were sat in the front when I came out, and they were all talking to me outside, and, thought, can't wait to see you, blah, blah, blah. I got on stage, and as the lights hit me, the first thing I could see was these 6 girls in the front row with their legs open with no knickers on at all. And they sat through the whole thing with their legs open, just watching me like that.
I need to lose some weight and perhaps do a tribute.
You have to do a full set with six vaginas.
Yeah,
knocking it
watching
out.
me going like that.
I mean, I've done it.
Don't we just love Taco Tuesday?
I've done a few gigs with a fucking few fannies, man, but I mean, that's taking it to the extreme.
Oh, I could tell you loads of stories.
And were
about
they
it,
was it purposeful, do you think? Was it
well, no, because I thought,
One had an afro.
yeah, I thought,
Disco men.
it's going to be a good night, this is. But when I come off stage, because obviously the first thing I was going to do was go, let me go and see if they want to
Autograph.
an autograph or something. They'd
See if
gone.
I can-
They'd pissed off.
What?
They'd gone, so they only done it just to have a reaction from me.
Did you react? But did you? Or did you? I'd have to be like that.
No, I was very professional. I carried on with the show, but as you know, I wear dark glasses, so luckily the audience can't
couldn't
really
see- they couldn't see
and I'm
you,
like,
see them.
So I'm sort of looking at as if I'm looking at the audience this way, there by there, and my eyes were sort of like that, all for the full hour.
Baby, take off your coat. Do you get propositioned a lot by women? Because like the Elvis weekend's been, right?
Yeah.
And every year on the Elvis Festival bulletin Facebook thing, it's like, ladies and some gentlemen, please remember the ETAs they are working and stuff. Please do not manhandle them, because a lot of the ETAs, right, the Elvis, I don't think it happens so much now because it's being sort of policed a little bit better by Claire Fleming. But women, I've seen it. Women are physically, like, they think it's Elvis. So
Yeah.
do you know now, or maybe in the past have you had women try and sort of proper? I know you get a knicker throw in, but proposition now.
Yeah, they come up. They've knocked on the dressing room, barged into the dressing room, come in and asked me to autograph their tits, thinking that I am the real Tom Jones.
I brought my tits as well, so I can have an autograph before you go.
Like this, too? Do they go like this? Do you want to come and see the light on the night when you pass by my window?
Hey.
I want to have some flickering shadows of love on my blind.
How long have you thought about that one?
Literally just come to my head. That's how funny I am. That's how funny I am. It's like
This one hasn't even
instantaneous.
been in the diary because we didn't know till today
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
coming.
So this is me
yeah.
forward thinking. But so you do. You like
Yeah.
they come in. Oh, can you sign my breath?
Yeah, I've had that. I've had a girl, unfortunately her boyfriend was there as well. I've had
Did
a
you
girl,
sign his breasts?
No. She just come, while I was actually singing on stage, she come right underneath me, lifted her skirt up, her legs akimbo like that, basically saying, get down here. And her boyfriend was saying, come on, get off the stage, come on.
Come on now, Sharon. Stop flashing you minge again. We've told you about this. It's embarrassing the kids, and my mother don't want you over there anymore on Christmas. Really? Was he like or was he like?
He was, yeah. He got angry in the end because
So she wanted you.
she wanted me, and he
to
was
go
then
down
gonna.
on her?
Yep.
Was he got angry with you?
And he got angry with me. Yeah.
Be like, no, mate, I've seen her fanny. It's
Yeah.
fucking hanging. You can have it back. I wouldn't eat that with someone else's fork.
Well, let's put it this way. I didn't need the delay. Hey.
My God. Now, see, with me now, with the tributes, do you know when I do Tina?
Yeah.
I don't get any looks like that because I've got this
Don't you?
big wig. No, it's... I feel like my Tina is not a very, it's...
What about Cher, though? What about Cher? Just going to say, because Cher's quite a sexy
When I come out
look,
to
innit?
Cher, I get... it's like...
Wow.
You could see them husband and wives together, and the wives are sort of like... Malcolm, eyes up there, please. Malcolm. You won't be invited out again. And I did a gig as Cher recently, and it was in my friend's. It was a pub, so I did a strip back Cher, right?
Yeah.
So it's not any costume changes and stuff. And it's a lot of youngsters in there.
Yeah.
And I came out in my Cher thing,
Yep.
and I think I made a few wet dreams that night.
Did you?
Yeah.
I
But
got.
then I come back out as myself, and they're like, "Oh, fucking hell,
It's
where's
a
Cher
fucking
gone?"
hurricane, Kate, if
Fucking
you're in
hell.
it.
Ugh.
You need to wear that on something like OnlyFans or something like that. Make some money. Make on the side.
You're trying to make
Go
me
on.
prostitute myself. Because Amy said the other week
Yeah.
that I was a stripper-gram.
Oh, did you know the other thing that I do apart from Tom? No one else knows this.
Oh, but I will now.
I'm a belly dancer stripper.
Oh, belly dancer stripper.
Yeah, that's what I am.
I love that. Do you have like the little...
Yeah,
like the
I've got it.
bells?
I've got the belly. I think I said the belly.
The
I've got the
bells.
fucking belly. Yeah.
I'd like...
That is my new sideline in the job.
Is it?
Belly dancer stripper.
On like an OnlyFans thing.
Yeah.
Do you do it... Oh, do you know what? A Tom Jones stripper-gram would be cool, man.
It actually would.
Yeah.
You can leave your beard on.
And just have a hat by there.
Oh, yeah.
You can leave my hat on.
It'd have to be
Yeah.
a top hat, though, wouldn't it? I just wear my dye cap.
It'd have to be... It'd have to...
Flat cap.
No, what are those
Beard and
little-
belly,
what are
beard and
those-
belly.
What are those little things the Jewish men wear to church? That's what Mark will have. Rob will have a big witch's hat like that.
Like Madonna's nipple.
Oh dear me.
Oh, Jesus, loving fuck, man.
And he's going to need a Marvel lunchbox as well.
Yeah.
I love it. Right, I want to... Right, so if we... what would you say now? Right, you don't have to name the gig or
Yeah.
like the thing, but where you've done... It can be Tom or it cannot be Tom. What's your least favourite gig you've ever done?
Crikey.
There's probably more least favourites than favourites, isn't there?
Yeah.
Is there a gig that sticks out in your mind where you think, fucking hell?
But I wouldn't do that again.
Or a venues want to do back
the
and you
actual-
thought, no, I'm not doing that again.
This is now a clever answer now. This is going to be a clever answer. The actual show, the club that I would never, ever do again is a club called the 49 Club in Caerphilly,
Right.
which obviously now it's not there. It's
Yeah.
knocked down and so I'm not offended.
Ah,
Yeah, not offended.
clever.
Like Neath
Clever.
Workies.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But yeah, 49 Club was probably one of the hardest clubs you could ever do in going back.
You get up, like the
40 odd years.
Convelin and the
I used to hate the Convelin, actually.
Oh, fuck, wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
And
actually,
what's the
you're
other
right.
one? What's the other one? Oh, Merthyr Labour's hard, mind.
Merthyr Labour's hard.
Because it's not that it's hard, but they've seen them all
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And do you know if I don't do clubs no more, right?
No.
I don't. but when I used to sing, and I was first starting out, I'd do all the clubs, and Dad would go, "Where are you tonight?" And I'd be like, say Merthyr Labour Club. He'd go, "Hard club, that. Hard club." And I'd be like, "Dad,
Cheers, Dad.
Dad, don't tell me that."
And it was, God rest his soul, it was, remember Glyn? Who was and he'd took all the audience when he'd be, and now come on boys and girls. He wouldn't call them ladies and gentlemen. He'd be, come on boys and girls.
But I did used to like. I love Glyn. I like that. But yeah, you get there are. I don't think. Do you know people on the circuit now who are newish, who've never had to do they turn in the pubs and clubs?
Yeah.
Do not know the struggle.
No.
They do not know the struggle. And most clubs you go to would be fucking even. They'd have the bingo at the beginning. Then the artist, they'd all fuck off after the bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, I got another quick story. A club up in, where was it? I think it was Penrhw Khyber British Legion. I think.
Yeah.
It's up that way anyway. And I was with a band called Dizzy Street at the time. And I was the lead singer of that. And then I used to have, believe it or not, my voice then was falsetto. It was all.
Well, I was going to say, what stuff did you do with Dizzy Street?
It was stylistics, Four Seasons, all that type of thing. Very
God bless you.
Yeah, all that. I couldn't do it now, but it was all falsetto then. and I did used to do in a part of the show then. I'd done impressions of Johnny Mathis, Neil Diamond. Gene Pitney, and all that. I've done quite a lot of impressions during the show as well. And we went in this club in Penrhw Khyber somewhere, and had a fantastic, and I mean over the top fantastic first half. Got into the dressing room. We were there waiting, then ready for the second half. The concert sec or entertainment sec came in and he said, "Sorry lads, we're going to have to pay you off." And it was the first time ever that anybody had said that to me. And I said, "Pay off?" I said, we just had a fantastic night here in the first half. And he said, "Well, have a look." And I opened the door, and he was right. The club was virtually empty, right? So I thought, that's not right, you know. One of the guys, the guitarist, went out and he was chatting to the crowd, and who was there then, still there. He came back in, he said, "The fuckers go, half of them at 10:30, because the last bus takes them to the next village."
Yeah.
Oh.
See, and this is why I don't do the breaks, because once you build an audience up to a high, they don't want to feel the low. They just want to go to the next, a pub next door where the singer started later. So it's there,
well,
and this is why I like to just keep it going.
Do you know what? I totally agree with you, and I think it's good to do that. But as I say to you all the time, I need a break.
Toilet.
I've had 3 kids. Bitch needs a pee.
It's like sex, isn't it? Really?
Yes.
Just
if you're
do it
flicking-
once and give it everything.
If you're flicking the bean, you're not going to stop here. You want to carry on.
Oh, yes.
You want to carry on.
Oh, my God, Robb Dee said flick the bean. I haven't heard flicking the bean since I was like, I haven't heard flicking the bean. We need to get him on again with a bean on.
Yeah.
Yes.
But as well, when in our conversation with Amy on our group chat, was it yesterday?
You're talking about flicking the bean.
We won't go into the conversations we have, right? But she's on about gigs and stuff where they ask for 3 sets.
Yeah. Like
3
I-
spots.
On New Year's Eve we were talking about, wasn't
But there's other venues that do 3 spots. I mean, if you want me, I'll come. I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm 20 minutes towards the end of my first spot, and I'm already pissed off with my own voice.
Yeah.
I am so fucking annoyed with myself, and I'm thinking, these people don't. What's the fucking sit there and listen to me
Because
three times
this
in a
is
row?
something we said, because when Amy was on, the thing she's struggling with is costing fees. It's like she'll give a fee to a venue, and a venue will say, "Oh, you're like one of the cheapest that we have," and it demoralises her, because she is brilliant. And this is what I said to her: now is the time to start changing. This is what I done. If a venue wants 3 sets, give them a choice.
Yeah.
So you can either have a 1 hour
The
set.
choice is 2:45s or fuck off.
It's like
That's mine.
It's like give them a 1 hour set fee, give them a 2 45-minute set fee, give them a 3 45-minute set fee. But then at least then you were building, because she may do 3 45 minutes probably for 20 quid more than she charges for 2 45s.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no, an hour fee should be what her 2 45 minutes is now.
Yeah.
And then add an extra 30 or 40 quid on to the 2 45 minutes, so she's instantly getting an uplift and adding the value to herself.
Yeah, well, my New Year's, I didn't want to go out New Year's Eve, see, but this pub I did recently, and it was fab, I loved it, and I had no voice at the time.
Yeah.
I was so stressed, right, and I had no voice, and I went and I was like, guys, I'm sorry, I got no voice. I still turned up, and we had an absolute ball. It was brilliant, because I made up games. They had a beach party, so they had all grass skirts on. So I played it up as whoever's got the grass skirt on, and we were out in the back in the beer garden, and there was like poles where the canopy was. Whoever's got it, you've got to pass the grass skirt round the beer garden. Whoever's got it on, got to come up and dance around the pole and then pass it on. So we made it fun like that. It was fucking brilliant. Well, he booked me for New Year's Eve, and I was like, I don't really want to do it, but right. And he said 3 spots. I said, I'm not doing 3 fucking spots. And I flat out told him, I said, I'm not doing 3 spots. I will not.
I don't.
I've
got to admit that there's many times that I've gone, and it's usually, of all things, it's usually over the bridge in England where they want you to cut your...
Suck the life out of you.
And they want half an hour of Tom and then another half an hour of Tom. And I try and explain to them. I said, look, once you've got the momentum and you've got a show together, that will stop. You can't have a break in that half an hour.
No.
You have to float, because that's how it flows.
Yeah.
And they just, some clubs just don't get it. You know.
I had a venue ask me once, wanted to book my share, and they were like, so you first and then the share. I was like, no, because I think as well, because do you do one spot, you do one spot Tom, and then you do yourself after?
9 times out of 10, it's just the hour. That's it, Tom. But when they do want me as well, then I do the 45 dance set.
I do like doing that, see?
Yeah,
but,
I do.
I always find that, like, I couldn't go on as myself and then go on as the tribute because it kills the illusion.
Yeah.
And I always get there way before the audience and things when I got a
likewise.
tribute to set up sound check, and they don't see me until I'm out to share.
It's like what I love about Rob as well is you'll always get the audience and they're like, more. And it's like you do your more songs, and then all of a sudden then you get the big reveal at the end.
Yeah, I
take so much joy in watching you, because that is just like the man has laid everything out for you, and that is it. Soak it up, and the crowd goes mental for you.
You know what?
Even with the reveal, it elevates.
Gets his cock out for the people who don't know. Book him.
You know what? There's a reason why I do that. A lot of people ask me, "What do you do that for? What do you do that for?" And one of the reasons I do it is because I know that once I take that wig off,
Tom Jones is done. Yeah.
That's me gone, and I'm back to me. And I know then I haven't got to be the right, and ladies and gentlemen, all the Welshie comes out.
But you know what though? It's so much easier for you doing a Tom Jones tribute who's Welsh.
Yeah.
I sound like Cher when I sing. I sound like Tina when I sing.
Yeah.
Do you know I'm trying to talk like that?
It's hard.
I love
Cher.
Katie will start a line as Cher, and she's brilliant, and all of a sudden then she's the girl from Neath, and it's honestly the most funniest thing you will ever see.
When I do me as myself as gigs, I never take myself seriously. I fuck about. We have a laugh. When I'm doing Tina and Cher, my first spots as my tribute are as professional as you're ever going to see me. But I do say, when I do them, sometimes if I'm towards the end of my set of the tribute, I'm like, coming up to my last song, and then we're going to take a little break, and then I'll be back as myself, and I can't wait because I'm really sick of trying to put this accent on. And people laugh because it's honestly my biggest thing, and it's like, hey, I can't even do Tina. Tina, and I can't. But you do, and I've seen you. You just play your backing tracks through, don't you? You don't really do
a lot
much.
Of it. Not much talk in between. Yeah. I'll do the odd thing where I explain what the song's about, blah blah blah, where he sang it, what album it's off. I may do that, but it's very very rare that I'll too much speaking.
I did start it, and now I'm like, I worked out how to play my tracks all the way through, and I'm like, fucking Robert Sufaba's brother, there we go. There we go. Or like with sort of like the share, I will have it, because I do, in a big show, I do sort of 3 costume changes usually through.
Oh, crikey.
I know, it was hard work. I do 2 or 3 through Tina as well. But I got wig changes with Cher. And I'll do like the turn back time and found someone and blah, this, that, and it'll work through. And then I do, I was in some films, Cher was in films, so I'll do Welcome to Burlesque, Shoop Shoop Song, what's the other one? Walk it, and then
Walking in Memphis. Yeah.
I'll explain in sections sort of thing. Mamma Mia, she also had a Cher album, ABBA album. And it'll be like little increments in between then. But then it's just song.
I don't know. That's one thing I could not do is costume changes. Crikey.
Oh, it's hard fucking work, trust me. But I'm interrupting, sorry. My Cher is morph suits.
Oh,
it is there to ankle to there to there. They are full morph suits. So I have to put my last one on first, and it's the blonde, it's the white fringy one. And then I've got the next one, which is like a ringleader type thing. So
all
it's like,
on at the same time.
Honestly,
You rip it off.
I look like I'm 35 stone when I'm going on, because I've got these morph suits. So it's the white one first. I'm giving out my tricks now, guys. Then the middle one, and then the turn back time one is first. So I'll go. Then I usually go behind my screen, whip them off, boots off, on. I've made like a intro, like a break music, on. And then I'll go off, and then the last one, it's the ginger wig with the glittery head thing and all the things, and I come out and everyone's like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, because didn't you do like speaking or something while you're doing the change, didn't you? I went to watch you in the rugby club.
No, I think I was like, oh fucking hell, I just fell over. And my microphone was still by me.
Rob, literally, the room that she was in was about that wide. If I went there, my arse would have still had its original clothes on.
I did blank goes, right? I did blank goes last year. I think it was last year. Tina, no, Cher, because Pauline was there as Tina, so I'd done it as Cher. But it was downstairs. I thought it was going to be upstairs in the function room, but it was downstairs. And I had my screen, which is still in the Mice Man. No, where is it? Where's my...
Yeah, it's on, Mice Man.
I gotta get it.
The last 4 times I've been there, I've been picking it up for Katie, and then I forgot.
I'm supposed to be getting it.
I'll pick it up on the 15th of December if you want.
Oh, there we are. Okay. But I had my screen, see, and I go behind my screen. Because it was downstairs in the conservatory, there was no sort of room to change. Put the screen where people couldn't see me and that. So I pushed right up against the curtains and my screen, and I'm like, what the it was fucking hard work, man.
Crikey.
Is that the gig I did with Chris O'Brien doing Cher?
Yeah.
It was a boiling day, and I had these 3 morph suits on, and I'm thinking, I'm just like, sweat in my head off. Tina's not so bad because it's just leotards, fringy ones.
Well, if I had to change...
You have to wear a leotard?
Yeah, if I wear a leotard. If I had to change during a show, in the middle of a show, well, it'd be useless. Because it'd take me fucking...
But it's easier for a man.
10
it
minutes
could
to
be like
get
a jacket change. Just a suit jacket change. It's, you know.
Yeah, suit jacket would be all right. Yeah. Trousers, crikey Moses, I'd be...
I don't know a lot of tribute, because I took over for I took over from
Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. Yeah.
And I was saying about, she was like, I don't fucking do costume change. I love her, honest to God, I love her, right?
Yeah,
she's like,
I like
no,
Sarah.
I don't. She don't really.
Sarah.
Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah.
When she gave me them, because that's how I became a tribute. I was going to quit singing.
You literally was quitting singing.
I was quitting singing, and I was going to become a stand-up comedian.
Crikey.
I was going to go into stand-up comedy.
That would be good, actually.
I know, I'm fucking hilarious.
That would be good.
But my knees are so bad, so I'd be a sit-down. I'd be stand-up, sit-down comic, because my knees are so bad. But she gave me the tribute. She gave me so much from it without ever wanting a penny, right? And but I've built on a lot. It's more the Cher than the Tina. And she's like, oh, I don't bother doing costume changes, really. But I love it.
She didn't,
if I do a pub or if I do a strip back Cher, because the tributes are expensive.
Yeah.
And with the costume changes and lights and stuff, you have to charge that.
Yeah.
But sometimes pubs do want it, and they can't pay enough. So I do it for a little bit of a lesser fee.
A budget version.
Yeah, so where it's maybe a different outfit as opposed to my others. No costume changes, no big light effects. Or I'll wear the casual type that I had on in the Elvis festival, you know. But... yeah, I do like a costume change. I think sometimes for a woman and for a flamboyant thing.
Yeah.
It's nice to do, but it's fucking hard work, and that's why I charge as much as I do, right? For all the people fucking moaning. For an age, or a venue who's haggling 50 quid, wanted 50 quid less, and I was like, no, and they was like, but it's only 50 quid. Yeah, mate, it's only 50 quid. It's only 50 quid more for you.
I think people have said this on Facebook as well. I don't think people
don't talk about fees on Facebook, Rob, do they?
No,
it's either what you charge or what you wear to a gig.
And they don't understand what goes into a show. Like you just said, in the big shows, you've got professional PA,
nuts.
lighting, smoke machines, God knows what, and whatever.
Do you know the
smoke machine?
Yeah, I've got things that.
Yeah, so have you. You're going to say it's
I
fucking
got a
vape.
flame, like.
You got a vape.
Yeah, I know, innit?
The vape.
No, I'm premenopausal. I'm so hot. There's just steam coming off me. But no, why do you'll have to send me a link for the smoke machine?
I think the biggest thing though is with the tributes. It's like, no, if I'm not feeling it, I can turn round and add me not feeling it to an audience and sort of play fuck. If that makes sense.
You can't
with
do
a tribute,
No.
you have to be the
person.
best Cher, the best Tina,
Yeah.
the best Tom,
Yeah.
even when you were not mentally, physically,
you have to
emotionally,
do it.
you were best.
And do you know if something fucks up? If it's a me gig, if it's a Katie gig,
You can brush it off.
I make a joke or
Or no, like
something.
when you do the reveal and then you come back on as Rob Dee, you can, if something
then
goes
mess
wrong,
around,
you can add it. But as a tribute, you
and
can't
do
do that.
I'm so that's why my anxiety doing tribute. But with my teen as well, it takes me hours to cover up all my tattoos and everything. See?
Yeah.
Because they didn't like my tattoo and a Turner branding of it, so
And that's what I was going to come on to about. Is it sort of in terms of getting sort of ready and dressed for your tribute? Is there sort of rituals that you little things like, do you paint your beard first? Do you put the hair on? What process do you go through to become and actually feel Tom Jones, if that makes sense?
It's always the beard first. Grey the beard up more. Then I put my clothes on. I always do it naked, believe it or not. I do all
I
that.
watched him do his getting ready. See, I could.
then I put the glue on, put the wig on. I think my worst fear, and it's happened a couple of times, is I'm halfway through a gig, a tribute gig, and halfway through, I'm in my head, I'm thinking, fuck me, I don't sound fuck all like Tom Jones. And have you ever had that where you think, do I actually sound like him? And I don't know whether I'm actually.
If because you're autopilot, probably, is it?
Yeah. And
All the time.
there's many times I've thought, flipping hell, that don't sound like Tom Jones tonight. And yet, it does, obviously, because the audience are with it. But in my mind, I'm thinking...
Because they'll be the first to tell you if it's not as well, mind, won't they? So,
and then would you storm out to the venue that everyone's paid a fortune to come to watch?
Fuck you! Yeah, I've heard some people have done that.
You don't sound too much like Tom.
I have heard that one or two have done that,
Yeah. But do you know what? But I was saying to you before we started, the amount of anxiety and it's the fear and dread and anxiety I have before I do a Tina is palpable inside me, right? Because I got to... She's such the dance moves, and she doesn't dance. Do you know if I give you a Madonna who's got the dance moves and things, and like a Lady Gaga, if I had a dance routine and stuff, Tina Turner was the most...
Off the cuff, she felt the music and she went for it.
It's like a Mick Jagger. Can't dance, but amazing. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get.
I'm a trained dancer, and trying to not be able to dance and be like that. I'm thinking, right, dance moves. Am I moving like her? Mm-hmm. Am I sounding like her? And then sometimes, oh fuck, have I thought that too much? Am I doing this too much? It is hard fucking work. But when we did the Glaston selfie, my anxiety was so bad, and I come off, and everyone loved it, and she booked me here for next year.
That's
doing
great.
Tina.
So Jane, you didn't book me.
But didn't you do it the year before?
Yeah.
Well, give us a fucking chance. Give the others a chance,
I've
right?
done it twice, so I'm happy.
I think I might have told her that you're going to be in Los Angeles next year doing a big concert, Rob. So that might be my bad. I said his agent have said he's fully booked. He's going on to the Voice USA.
Is this true?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're fucking lying, I could tell. Do you know what?
You couldn't fucking tell, kid.
I know you're lying. Your lips are moving. Baby, do you think I'm...
You know what? One of the things, I don't know whether anybody else got any urge to do anything else apart from what you're doing. Like
every fucking day. I'd rather fucking shave inmates' bollocks in Park Prison than do what I do on the day. Only joking, keep booking me. I say that every week.
Yeah.
Only joking, keep booking me. Yeah, no,
You know,
fun.
I think I might have told you before this, but one of my ambitions before I give up in the old show business world, one of my ambitions, and I rehearsed for one and I couldn't because I unfortunately had a heart attack going back a couple of months ago actually, and
Them fucking art.
I know exactly they get you everywhere. Is I want to be a pantomime dame.
Excuse me.
I want to be a pantomime
Oh,
dame.
no, you're done.
Oh, yes, I do.
Right. Roberto.
Yes.
Why now, on God's green earth,
Yeah.
are you only now bringing this up to me, who is in Rainbow Valley Productions pantomime company?
Well, think of me in the future.
Yes.
Well, we want to write an
Well, we've
adult
cast-
pantomime.
Oh, I'd love to do an adult pantomime. I'd love to do an adult
As a
pantomime.
dame. You can
As a
be
dame.
like Dame.
Dirty Dick.
Dame
Ruby Ryder.
Well, do you know, like, people have stage names, innit?
Yeah.
I was going out, I was Katie Dennis for years, because after my grandpa who was Dennis.
Yeah, I've
We've had a few.
I've had a couple. Rob King, Rob Christian, Rob Dee.
Stuck with the D.
And so with the D.
But I was when I first started, I was Katie Dennis. And then for some reason, because I do comedy and I'm funny, people are going to go like, who've seen me, like, it's fuck all funny about it. I thought, I'll do something a bit quirky. And I was going out for a little while as...
He was on with us the other day, wasn't he?
Yeah. As Rosy Cheeks.
Oh, I love that.
It's good, isn't it?
I love that. Rosy cheeks.
Rosy
yeah,
Cheeks.
Yeah.
But then people either thought I was a drag queen or a stripper.
To be fair,
Rosy
it does
Cheeks.
sound a
Yes,
little bit
drag queenish.
drag queenish. Yeah, yeah.
So if any of my drag friends want a new name, Rosy Cheeks.
Rosy cheeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, but that's one of my things. I want to be.
I reckon we make that happen next year.
Where's
An adult one.
Yeah. Would you be like, the best, do you know what we were saying about best things? The best thing in my life I ever did was the adult panto buttons undone.
Was it?
Oh, honest to God, it was so... But I couldn't say, even though it was an adult panto, because it's Daddy's company,
Yeah,
and he's still... Because he does BBC Radio
Yeah,
Wales
so
and
you've
things,
got to
he's
be
still
very-
got this... Like,
yeah, pyramid,
so I couldn't say shit, fuck, twat, tits, bollocks, cunt.
Yeah.
I think I could say maybe shit
Yeah.
or bastard once. Maybe.
Bugger.
Oh, holy motherfucking shirt balls.
Yeah.
Which doesn't hit the same. Rob Panto.
Adult panto, though, because I think he'd, yeah.
Oh my God. And I've never known a panto dame who can sing. Because
There you go.
usually...
Yeah.
And you could do a Tom Jones. You could be like all like...
Yeah, no, all of a
And then be
sudden.
like... Baby, take off your coat. Real slow. It's my favourite. I'm going to learn that, but I'm scared.
Do a stripped down version of it. Like
Yeah.
I think he does actually now. He might. I think he does like a jazz version of it now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not the same. No,
No, it is not.
But,
You're right.
I used to do, because it's synonymously known now, really, from
Full Monty.
Full Monty.
Yeah.
And I always done, I don't do it so much anymore, but I always used to do Hot Stuff Donna Summer.
Ah, love it. Love the song.
Yeah, and men get to us, and it would be towards the end of my set. And men are pissed by then, and you're in a rugby club, pissed, and they got songs for Full Monty. As soon as it comes on, they strip it. So I feel me as a woman, when they piss, doing that song, would get a lot of men.
Yeah.
But I get more women hitting on me in gigs here. And some of them are fucking ugly, and I don't want them stripping.
I know.
Sorry for all the women who've hit on me. I'm
Ugly,
not talking
yeah.
about you. I'm talking
See,
about
they're
the
ugly
women.
bastards.
The other ones.
I always get the ugly ones. Funny enough.
get
Sorry, Mrs.
I
D.
get divorce.
Yeah,
So,
D for
Rob, how
divorce.
do your wife divorce then? Oh, it's fucking weird about doing a podcast.
Well, I've been married for 44 years,
Wow.
but this is the third one.
All right.
You've been a husband.
I've been
for
a husband
44
for 44 years to
but
three
only
people.
And what have they all got in common? giving them an everlasting G.
Yeah.
It might be their name, but
Yeah. You know, my father's going to probably kill me for this because I'm saying one of his jokes.
there's
right?
no probably he is.
Yeah, but I mean, they
Has he
also-
passed the torch yet?
Do you know when I do we go out as the money tree, right? And we do gigs together. And I go on first. I do like a warm up. He goes on and does his spot, and then I do the up tempo to finish off with. But when I go on the first half, I usually do like half hour, and he always says to me,
Is that with backing tracks then, or is that with the
backing
guitar?
Tracks, yeah,
backing tracks,
it's
isn't
backing tracks. May as well put the jukebox on.
it? Pip, pip, hurry.
But he says to me, we're in the dressing room, and he's like, look, listen now, kid, don't be too funny. Don't be too funny. You can be funny, but don't be too funny.
See, I reckon that's reverse psychology saying, actually, make them fucking laugh, kid.
Make them laugh, make them laugh. But no, he said, no, he's genuine. He's like, babe, please. I'm your father. I'm your father now. I do a lot for you.
He is going to kill you
Can you
for
not
saying this.
be too funny? No, I say it when I go on. I'm like, oh, you've been harping on me again. Now and then. Don't be funny, don't be funny. So sorry, guys, you're going to have like 6% of me tonight.
Oh, dear me.
But I know my father's jokes. I know his set inside out, right? And I remember we were doing a gig once years ago, and I thought, why don't I just do the first half hour of his set? Imagine I just did that on mine. I just picked a few of his jokes, like.
Have you ever done that?
No, he would fucking.
Kill you.
I reckon.
It wouldn't be funny.
Do you know what I reckon he should do? I reckon the day he decides this is my last gig, that would be the ultimate passing of the torch, where
He's never going to retire though. I can't see him ever retiring.
No.
But I do. And do you know when I sit there and people, I've gigged with my father for, it's ridiculous how long. I know his set inside out. I know his first one. I know when it's mid, and I know the ending joke, right? The one that's the end one. And he'll say, and people are like, oh, don't you get a bit sort of, not enough. But I'm like, there's some jokes that, sorry, Dad, you know, I've heard. But then there's some, he does a one, Tangai Owen, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
And there's some jokes that I'm fucking laughing before he said the punchline.
Yeah.
And people who are in the crowd, they're like, and I'm like, I just think they're brilliant. I love them.
I can't remember.
He tells them differently all the time. See?
Yeah.
I can't remember the first time I worked with your dad. I think, I'm sure, because I worked first of all with Tomfoolery.
Oh, yeah.
But the first time I worked with him, Brian Connolly was the front man. And I'm sure it was with Tomfoolery that I worked with your dad. The second time I worked with Tomfoolery.
Yeah.
And the guitarist, I'm still good friends with the guitarist, Paul Christie.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Christie, yeah. Still good friends with him. I think he's in Spain or somewhere like that.
Yes, I think he is, yeah.
Nice guy. One of the nice guys of show business.
Yeah. Would he ever say to you, being a singer who sings with backing tracks, that you're not a credible singer? And he's an amazing musician.
No.
Because this is my thing. I work with some amazingly talented musicians, and they would never say to me, "Oh, you sing with backing tracks." You know?
I know. There's a lot that again, social media comes up, where a lot of the musicians absolutely know there's a definite no-go of working with backing tracks.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't.
But you know what though? I do say each to their own. People do think that we don't sort of thing, and I can imagine. Okay, yes, musician is someone who plays an instrument.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say to myself, I am a musician.
No, neither would I.
Because I can't play the tambourine and sing at the same time. Right? I'm not. But I'm an entertainer. We are all under the same umbrella sort of thing. But then there are venues who will not book acts who are backing tracks. They love live music.
Live music.
And I'm more likely to go watch a band or live music.
And we mentioned about the one in
friend.
Cardiff the other day with the Tom Jones in the background. I still can't.
Brewhouse.
I want to sing it, but I can never remember the fucking name of it. But they are the same. They will not have a backing track. It is just live music.
And live lounge and stuff.
But the venues who put these things on Facebook saying backing track, it's not they're trying to be awkward. At the end of the day, in the current climate, if they have to part with the money to book entertainment and they clientele, punters, patrons, whatever you want to call them, if they react, enjoy, and end up putting money over the bar more to someone with a backing track,
Yeah.
then they're not going to book someone standing there with the guitar. They're going to book for the biggest return.
Yeah.
It's an investment at the end of the day.
And this is probably going to shoot me in the leg and be an unpopular opinion.
She got two dodgy legs anyway,
I
so you
know.
can't damage them anymore.
Probably make them better. But I'm a singer. I sing with backing tracks. I also have sung with many, many bands and musicians.
like
But
us.
now I do backing tracks, right? Unless it's a friend, unless I've got a night off and it's a friend singing, I'd go. But you know, if I got a night off
You'd
and I
rather
had a
watch it.
choice to go to that venue where there was a singer with a backing tracks, or this, where it was an acoustic singer or a band,
You'd go band.
I'd go band.
Yeah, so would I.
I would.
Yep.
I would. So you know.
If I could sing with the band every single time,
Yeah.
I would.
Well, I'm starting the Blondie tribute see with the band.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do it every time.
Yeah.
But obviously, clubs and venues haven't got the
No.
budget.
No,
so that's
no.
why you have to go down that backing track route.
Yeah.
But I'd sing with the band every single time. I can
I love
remember
it.
the very first time, I can remember when backing tracks first come out, and it was obviously cassette tapes then.
Yeah, mini, and
whatever.
the
and the mini disc.
I love my
whatever.
mini discs.
Well, when it first came out, I can always remember my very first time of using a cassette tape was in the club upstairs in the Tredegar, right on the roundabout. Was it called the
I know what you're on. I
National
know.
Coal
I think
Board or something like that?
Yeah, I know
or the
one.
Union Club or something like that? Anyway, and it was upstairs, big club, and I can always remember going in there, putting the cassette tape in, and it was flat as hell. They hated it,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
was
hated
always.
it.
But yeah, but it is. It's. But as well, the bands I've worked in, and when I do the touring shows and the
Yeah.
theatres, the musicians I work with
Yeah.
are. They've been
Top
in like
notch.
Gwyn,
Yeah.
drummer. There's nothing he doesn't know, right?
Yeah.
He's an icon.
Oh my
He
god,
is.
he's amazing, and the like Ken Gregory, bass
Yeah.
player and things. And I find, do you know if we were the band and the band are that good? Do you know if you was the singer fuck up, the band will
The
change
band
and
will
follow
change.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you fuck
That's
up
a
on
good
a back,
band.
like that, and I've
Yeah.
been there, I've done it, right? And they have followed me, and you can get
Yeah.
back in. Do you know if you fuck up with a backing track? You're like,
Yeah.
where am I? Where am I on it? You know?
That's the only other thing I don't like is I've worked with them. Have you worked with click tracks?
Yes.
I hate it. I absolutely
No, they
hate.
never bothered me. I
Yeah.
think that because my drummer used to, Scott,
Yeah.
would have the headphones in and click, and I find you still, as the singer, you can't fuck up because
You can't fuck up,
deviate,
no,
'cause it's basically
exactly.
like a backing track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I don't like working with click tracks. I'd rather work completely with the band
But, yeah.
or without.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love working with the band just for the simple reason that, like you said, you can fuck up, you can carry on, you can
Yeah.
have another verse, you can do you can do anything you want. It's so flexible when you've got a band in
Yeah.
front or behind you, should I say?
I might be. I've been having conversation with someone who wants me to maybe go for a little jam and sing song with the band.
Who's this?
But I'm not saying
Is there the one who might be coming on a podcast in the future?
no.
Oh, right, okay.
No.
She's being zippy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you know when I say band, I mean like, do you know like the music I like?
Yeah.
Band, like, like I'm gonna like mosh pit the living shit out of the fucking Seaside Social dump down. Yeah. Come on, Marjorie, get your devil's horns out, catch me off the stage.
Isn't that the one where you
Well,
don't
the
take
seaside-
your speaker stands, you put your speakers on like
On
two
shelves.
shelves?
Yeah.
I did
I've
the
only
lounge-
ever done it once through
I
it.
did the lounge in the Seaside Social. I hadn't long had Gabriel, right? And I went well, and I passed out. I was mid-song, I passed out, and I come round, and like the entertainment set guy, and there was two men standing over me like that, and I opened my eyes, and they're like, "Are you all right?" I was like, what the fuck happened? And then I got up, and it's the only time in my life I've ever had a standing ovation. Because I woke up.
Oh, you were talking about Merthyr Labour earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I went. One of the times you were saying about you collapsed on stage. Can you remember as you get on the stage in Merthyr Labour, it was a low ceiling, very low ceiling.
Yeah.
One of the times I worked there, not as Tom as me, I run up there, knocked my head like that. Still went on stage. And
Concussion. Like.
I could see all these people like like that. And I'm thinking, what's wrong?
My God, it's packed, but you could just see double.
No, all of a sudden, there was drip. I was bleeding all over. I cut myself all over. I was completely full of blood in
Did
my...
you carry on? Or?
Yeah.
I fucking packed up and went home.
And just like that. That was it.
Oh, that's hard.
Eye makeup.
I love that.
It was Halloween. They thought it was part of the show.
And then Glenn MacDonald, he just went and said, "Oh, don't worry, boys and girls."
Don't be Anna. Oh, do you know what? You'd never not go there and he wasn't there.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean? But this is the thing as well with the social clubs and the big clubs like that. If you're an artist and you go there and you're not familiar with it, right? And you sit somewhere.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't ever. Do you know if you're a new upcoming singer who is going to go and do social pubs and clubs, just ask the bar staff, where is it okay for me to sit?
Yeah, you're right.
Because when I was first, I'd sit down and then they'd have the locks like, and I'd be like, no, okay. And just go. And don't get involved in the tote or the bingo.
I done a club once where, and that, again, it was with the band, and they had one of these massive Super Trooper lights, where the spotlights on you, and the rest of the club was completely blacked out, and they had this guy on the lights, and everywhere I went, it followed me as it should, and then all of a sudden, someone in them days. You had to be completely silent, didn't you? The audience. Audience.
First half.
You don't breathe.
Cabaret, no dancing, no
dancing,
nothing.
No talking. And someone opened a packet of crisps. Right?
And
I was... Oh, yeah. Someone opened a packet of crisps. I was singing... In fact, I was singing... You make me feel brand new, that one. And all of a sudden... The light went off me. I was
the person with the crisps.
Yes, I was in complete darkness. Didn't have a fucking clue what was going on. And they put it onto the table that the crisps. And they were saying, you know what you should be doing. Don't eat them crisps while the artist is on. And then it come back to me.
It is.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
But it is. I remember, honestly, do you know the first cabaret spot, and then I couldn't. And do you know, even when, up until about a year and a half ago, do you know what? I was still, because it's embedded into you, I was still in that mindset of first half has to be a certain way, and second half has to be a certain way. It hasn't been that long, right, for me to sort of try and make that transition out of it.
I was just going to ask that question now. In what would you say are probably the biggest changes? Because, like you say, you've had a long career in sort of music besides the tribute side of things. What would you say has probably been the biggest change from starting point to where you are now in a gig or the process? Because did you start using sort of agents when you first started?
Do you use agents now? I was going to say.
Yeah, it was, and.
But my dad still does, and he's been doing it how long? Forever.
Yeah.
You know, he does.
It's I used to use an agent in Newport in Killeen, and you might remember him. Your dad certainly would. A guy called Mike Owen, who was Uptown Productions.
Yes.
He was didn't have any teeth here. Londoner, Cockney, didn't have no teeth, and every other word was fucking this, fucking that. And that's who he used to.
Not related to Kate, is he?
But he was one of these agents that a spade, and there was no messing about with him. It was just, that was it. And I loved him, to be honest. He was a good friend as well. But some of the biggest change over the years is, I think, the audience, because the audience was, you couldn't get a seat at 6:30 at night, wasn't it?
We've had this conversation, right? Because back in the day, the only place you could go to for sort of entertainment was the social clubs. You'd go to the dance, you'd have your social club dances, right? And the bands would play, my dad did it, you would be playing the popular songs of that time.
Yeah.
It would be full, you'd be pulling someone over for a dance. I met my husband in the dance, he asked me to keep, he tapped my shoulder, right? And that's how it was. And I don't think social clubs and pubs, they have not moved with the times.
No.
It's still that mindset, and it's detrimental.
Yeah, definitely.
They have not moved, because now this day and age, and we laugh and joke or roll our eyes what you wear on a gig, it is a pretty valid question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has been asked a lot.
Yeah.
It is a pretty valid question. But this, and I said to you on the conversation, 2023, this generation is a more casual
Yeah.
society. Girls go out, and when they're out, they're in dresses and Doc Martens.
Yeah.
Right? Back in the day, in the 80s, you'd have all your hair done, you'd all be
Yeah.
dressed up, and you would dress, you'd do a show, 2 change of outfits,
Yeah.
first half, second half,
second
right?
half. Yeah.
It's not
What's the
like
second
that.
half?
After the piss break.
All right.
But it isn't like that anymore.
No.
But
Yeah.
I feel, and I say, I dress for the venue and what. But I was screenshotting things the other day about it because I was going to collage it. I've got photos of me in black tie evening gowns, right?
Yeah.
Then I got pictures of me in a smarter attire. Then I got pictures of me in my docs and my dress.
Yeah.
And they're all gigs. But
Yeah.
it depends on where you go in. But you've got like Kirsten Osborne. She does
Yeah.
all the cruise
Yeah.
ships. And
She's
is
glamorous, isn't she?
glamour.
She
Yeah.
isn't she?
is.
Yeah.
That is
And
her.
elegance, yeah. That's
my
her
God,
sort
she
of
is.
brand,
That
isn't
is
it, really?
her
Yeah.
image, that is her thing. And I would never imagine her in Doc Martens
No.
and
Yeah.
that.
He wouldn't, would he?
Yeah, but it wouldn't suit her.
See,
No.
my image is whatever fits.
You,
It is.
used to be a
Genuinely.
darts t-shirt, but not
Genuinely.
anymore.
Yeah, we passed that now.
Yeah.
I've outgrown them.
Yeah.
It's I think, people, and another thing, people go on about bingo.
Yeah.
And I had this conversation. I know I hate it,
Fucking
but
hate bingo.
you know what? I've sat down and I've thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, and I've always said, you need that bingo in there.
Yeah, but that's what we were saying earlier. You have the bingo, they do the bingo straight out,
Yeah.
and then let most of them go. They
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
go
exactly.
for the bingo.
They've got to do it in a
if they
different
want
way.
to do a different variation, like
Yeah.
have the bingo for this and then do something
Then
else,
the artist.
that's going to
Then.
keep them there.
Yeah.
And a lot of these venues, they go for, and I'm going to be called out for this as well, go for a sort of less feed artist.
Yeah.
Some of them are outstanding, I'm not knocking them, some
Yeah.
of them are shit.
Yeah.
And then we got the same thing every week,
Every
and it's
week.
the same
Yeah,
thing, and
that's
there's no
right.
difference, and they
Yeah.
singing this, and they doing that. And you think, I just want to go for the bingo, because at least I got a chance to win.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't want to have to listen to fucking Dakota for the 90 millionth time.
It's like my
this
dad,
year,
I
and-
won't name the club, but it's like he goes there and like everyone knows he's my
Yeah.
dad. It's like the people will come on to him and they'll be like, oh, when's your son going to sing here then? And he's like, they just won't pay the fee.
No.
But coming back to sort of evolution of a social club, I always remember my bamper would go out, shirt, tie,
Yeah, but then the people used to
trousers,
dress like
shoes, blazer. And it's like my dad goes out now on a Saturday and he'll either go out with a jumper and a pair of like chinos or
Yeah.
jeans and a shirt. And it's like, you'd never do that in the 70s
No,
and 80s. Go
no.
on, and my dad's 68.
But there used to be, when I was younger, sneaking to town in Neath, there'd be certain like clubs where you couldn't go in trainers or
Yeah, that's right.
or you'd have to wear. There is no rules on what you, because it's such a casual society now.
Yeah.
I mean, Crocs are fashionable.
I'm actually wearing mine.
I know.
Believe it or not, I was a bouncer. All right, in my when I was about 19.
God, the
20,
most apologising to people as he's throwing them out. Sorry, mate, I didn't know. Well, you shouldn't have glassed that guy, but come on.
I never had to. I never ever had. I can hands on heart say I never ever had to hit anyone.
But that makes
It was
him a good-
always
that's a good bouncer.
talking to say, "Come on, mate,
Yeah.
you're walking out,"
Yeah.
type of thing. But the rules then, you couldn't even wear white socks.
No, you have
No.
to.
White
there
socks. There was. you
Or
couldn't-
in like a social club, you could only wear a sports top if they showed live sports. And as soon as it
Yeah.
ended,
Yeah.
you either put like
Yeah.
a jacket on or something, or you had to go and change.
But there's places that, not so much now as well, but you got the lounges, you had the men-only bars.
Yeah,
lounges,
yeah.
Right, but, or you'd go to certain places, and if you didn't have a tie, they'd have spare ties,
Yeah.
or a spare jacket, so you
Yeah.
could go in.
Yeah.
That's like, it's nuts, you haven't got that. Gig I did a couple of weeks ago in the place I do a lot. There's the youngsters there, and the girls are in their baggy jeans with the Converse, or and it is like, what are you wearing out tonight? Jeans and a nice top. Staple for a girl from the 90s to now.
Yeah.
But, you know,
As long as it says nice top, it don't care what's on the bottom, just say nice
no.
top.
Well,
Jeans and a nice top.
I did a place a couple of weeks ago. I won't name it, and the dress code was they must have been working in the mines before they come in there, because everyone it was all guys. There wasn't any women until I went on. Obviously, there's women then. When
Come
I
out
went
the
on.
woodwork end, didn't it?
But when I walked in there to set up, there was all guys in there with
Orange
as if they'd
rail
as if they'd
track
come off.
often like chuffed. Like.
Yeah, and I was thinking, what I haven't got to think to these, have I?
Or go into a night shift is the usual thing, innit? Go and have a skinful and then go to
Go
a
and
shift.
go and operate heavy machinery. I'm just going on record. Don't have to edit anything I've said that. I'll say it as it is. It's not nothing I wouldn't say to anyone.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
His face. If I'd say it to his face, I'll say it on the podcast.
I will drop those bits out. I will do that. Unless you say...
The bits where he's saying about his large penis.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes.
Oh, it has.
Thank you very much for stepping in today. Yes.
Stepping in.
Free mug as well.
Free
Look at
mug
that,
as
look at
well,
that.
yeah.
Free shavakadoo.
I'll be using that with pride.
To hold the kitchen door open. But the thing is, see, I forgot my mug.
Yeah.
So I'm using Mark's mug. I forgot my mug.
Yeah.
There we are.
She remembered herself, so we're grateful.
I know you're doing Glass and Selfie, the last thing.
Yeah.
Glass and Selfie festival.
Yeah.
But we should sort something out where we take a festival around the country, maybe.
But yeah, I'm up for doing. We're going to do like a little sort of festival, like a big tribute show. Well, I do Jukebox Heroes with Daddy.
Yeah.
But this year is
the last one, isn't it?
next year is the last one, and I'm.
She's going to be out to work, guys, so we've got to keep her employed.
I know, gamefully employed.
But everyone, I'll say it. Go there, because the last one's going to be the best one.
Well, we got Phil Collins, we got Elvis, we've got ABBA, and we've got Mia Cher. So yeah,
and they're all good.
Yeah,
Very
we
good.
got James Alexander as Phil Collins.
Good,
We've
great,
got Dean
fantastic.
Graceland Jones as Cher. We've got Dean Graceland Jones is not Cher.
No, Darren.
It's not Cher.
Darren
Graceland
Graceland.
Jones.
Darren.
Right, no, and then I'm sorry. Darren Graceland Jones as Cher.
I tell you what, guys, just pop over to Rainbow Valley Productions on Facebook and have a look at the poster and get the accurate information.
No, I've been super ill all week, right? I've been ill with my fibro, my ADHD. I'm surprised I'm here and breathing.
Although I would like to see Darren Grayson Jones as Cher.
It's so funny, right? Because he turns up for the photo shoot, Elvis, like that, and then he finishes and he's bolder than you.
Yeah, he is, Darren. Yeah. Good friend, Darren.
Oh,
Who's who?
He's lovely. I'm blessed to work with some of the most amazing people, mind. I am, because I know I give people stick, right? But they deserve it. People who I knock, right, deserve it. I'm saying it. If I call you a cunt, it's probably because you need to look at yourself. It's a you problem, not a me problem. Because you know,
Go straight home to my fucking mirror now.
I got nothing but fond things to say about good people.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Thank you very much, Rob. We're definitely going to have you back. I definitely reckon we need to move on with this adult panto as well.
Yeah, should we do
Yeah.
it?
100%. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I want to, and no, I'm going to be a dame, and otherwise
Yeah.
I would wear some of them tights and it'd be out like that.
Or like, you want to be Prince Charming or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you could be a dame and wear tights and have like a little skimpy leotard
Yeah,
thing.
could do.
You could be Trans Dame D. Oh, it's
just said it.
2023.
How dare you assume my
that's
gender?
actually- Yeah.
Yeah.
Trans
Dame D.
Transcend. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
There
Yes.
we are, right,
Good.
ladies and gentlemen.
You heard it here
Keep an eye
first.
out for Acting Up Adult Panto.
No, thank you very much, Rob. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you, Rob.
My pleasure.
We
Thank
may
you very
or we
much.
may not have a cover from Rob. Oh, thank you very much, Rob.
Oh my God, you don't
But
kiss me like that, Mark.
It's been, you know,
It has, it's been amazing. We've loved it.
yeah.
And this has been the more professionally talking one we've ever done.
No, what you mean is we've actually asked questions, but there's
Yes.
been fuck all professional about it. But no, take care. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening,
Yeah.
good night.